I started just randomly doing these sort of rainbows over and over and over while I was watching TV the other day. And I really enjoyed it. It was so mindless and just kind of fun, and it turned into something that looked really cool that I thought it would be fun to share here as well. And it's pretty easy to do. I just did it doing sort of these rainbow shapes with 5 lines that follow each other, and then sort of put more rainbow shapes in the spaces that are available. And it makes it more fun, or at least for me, it was more fun to do different sizes and lengths and widths and just sort of see what happens. And this one, interestingly enough, started to feel about this time like it was looking like a tree. The first rainbow being the stump or the trunk, and the rest being the leaves and the body of the tree. So I just went with that, and I sort of ended up having an intention actually into what I wanted it to sort of look like, which was enjoyable as well. And sometimes I would smudge places with my hand, so they had black smudges, or there were some weird shapes that showed up that I couldn't really fill in with the rainbow shapes, so then I would just color those in. You'll see that later on in this video, but you can do however you like. And it's really interesting because when I was doing this in front of the TV, it was totally mindless. And then when I did it for YouTube and I didn't have the TV screen in front of me, it became mindful. And I think that's really interesting, and also maybe interesting just like how people define mindful. Because for me, mindful just means that I'm paying attention to it. I'm paying attention to one thing at a time. And almost in a way, sometimes that thing that I'm paying attention to is like taking up all of my brain power, taking up all of my brain space, and therefore then leaving sort of that space to breathe, or that void, or whatever you want to call it. And so I started to think, though, about, is that the case with everything that can be mindless? If we then just take that and flip it on its head, and instead of it being mindless, like ironing and watching TV, for example, or folding laundry and watching TV, if we take those away, if we take the TV away, does that mindless activity automatically become mindful if we put that intention to it? And so I'm paying attention to that in my life, and I'm so curious what you think about that. Can every mindless activity be mindful? I don't know. Anyway, I'd be interested to hear what you have to say there. I think it's a possibility for sure.